Calling back to the contentious days of Superintendent Bernard Taylor, the president of the Grand Rapids Teachers Union is saying tonight his members feel betrayed by some of the decisions of West Michigan's largest school district.
He's saying new evaluations are unfair and more teachers are getting laid off than they thought. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live outside of district headquarters tonight with the play-by-play on all of this. Danny?
Well, Sue and Marley, the new evaluation process, it's part of a change that districts all across the state made. But here at GRPS, union president is saying that the evaluations just aren't fair, they aren't transparent, and he says that is part of the reason why there are contentions within the teaching community right now, like there were back in the days of Superintendent Bernard Taylor.
It's all just in the dark, and it's completely a subjective process where different administrators are doing it differently.
At the end of the day, the president of GREA will not have a voice in what someone gets on their evaluation.
Superintendent Teresa Weatherall-Neal acknowledged tonight that the district is using a new evaluation process for teachers, one where an effective rating trumps tenure, telling us unintentional mistakes may have been made in this first year, but she stands by both the evaluations and the decision to lay off more than 100 teachers, either because they're ineffective or due to loss of funding.
We're never going to please each other, though. At the end of the day, we have a process that we're going to follow.
It becomes a popularity contest. Our district has so many problems with nepotism, so many other issues. To open this up and just allow everybody to run around and pick their pals is a real issue.
Teachers Union President Paul Helder saying the process just isn't consistent or transparent, telling us many of those doing the evaluations don't have teaching experience themselves. He also called out the district for the high number of layoffs this year, saying he was told only about 30 teachers would be let go, a fraction of what ended up being the final number.
If you have 700 fewer students, how can you reduce your staff by 160 without absolutely exploding class size? That's our concern.
But I have to do what's best for children and not what's best for adults.
None of this has been what's best for kids. You know, it's all just how can we find another way to save another $1 million that we'll claim we don't have later.
Yes.
Now, as far as the transparency of those evaluations, Neal says while the individual evaluations won't be posted, she says they're in discussions to possibly post the process itself online to make it that much more transparent. Now, some teachers might be called back depending on how many students show up for the beginning of school, but Helder told us tonight he's worried that some good teachers might just leave the district for good. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.